Hello, everyone. How are you tonight? How's everything? Hello, guys.
Hello, teacher.
How are you? Very good?
Excellent, teacher. Thank you. And you?
Very good.
I'm okay, thank you. A lot of things going on today, but I'm fine. Thanks for asking. Okay, my dear friends, let me tell you what's the plan for today. Wait. Okay, here we are. This is our class 3. Wait. Okay, this is our class 3. No, this is for the previous meeting. Okay, class 3, July 26 on this level B2.3. This is the previous class before the last one of this week. That is tomorrow. So this is our agenda for today. Today we're going to finish our unit 5, okay? But of course we need to finish something that we could not do last night. That is patterns with abstract nouns and relative clauses based on the information we were going to listen about confidence, yeah? So that's exactly what we're going to do. We are going to warm up with a very short video about how confident we are. Then we will listen, yes, and we'll have our discussion. And based on that listening, we will check out some patterns with abstract nouns and relative clauses, which is very easy. Then we will practice, okay? After that, we will talk about how we can write emails, yeah? Especially for asking people to do things, basically to request something. That is the topic of today. And at the end, the final product is that you guys will be writing an email, okay? So according to the plan, you will see, how much we spend on each activity, but the final product will be writing an email. Okay. I found a solution for our problem with the listening. I mean, it's not the best solution, but it's while I fix it, while I fix the real problem. That the real problem is the internet connection. I already talked to my technician and the engineer, and they told me that I got a different cord, but it didn't have the port, so it was not easy for me to get it today. So I will try it maybe next week. So while I get fixed that, we are going to do this. Pay attention. I just got the audio script for you guys in a way that we can all see it, while I ask another student to play the audio. That is my solution, okay? It's not gonna be forever. I will fix it, I promise, but just, it was not enough time to have it ready for today. So, you guys can go to our classwork folder. Maybe I can give you the link. Let me just give it to you. And there, you guys can read the audio script while one of you plays the recording, yeah? Because I saw and I tested, and we checked that the problem is when I share the screen, because with my voice, there isn't any problem, yeah? So there are a lot of things going on with the internet and the service and, everything. So don't worry. Everything is going to be okay. Everything is under control. How are we going to do it? This way. I hope you won, I was just trying to look for a strategy. So there you are with the link of the audio script. You guys can just click on it and you will find 4 slides. I'm so sorry, but I could not put it all in one slide because it would be like, very tiny for us. So let me show you. There you are. That is the script of the listening we are going to analyze. Of course, I'm not going to share it because one of you is going to be sharing but what about that person? How can that person read? That's the problem. Oof. Maybe you get the pictures in the cell phone or something like that. Yeah. So this is the continuation that is in order. Yeah, so you can just put, for example, you zoom a little bit bigger and you can just, scroll up and scroll down in order to see it. Yeah, okay, that's the solution I got because we really need this audio to practice the topic, okay? So, okay, let me check out the attendance first. And who can please play the audio for us? Who's able to do it, but also check the slides? I don't know, maybe in the cell phone or something like that. Who can do it? Come on, guys. Only one person. Okay, group number 1, you are here. Gerson, hello.
Hello, teacher.
Jean-Claude. Jessie.
Hello, teacher.
Natalia.
Present, teacher.
Andrés.
Hi, teacher, present.
Silvia.
Hi, teacher, present.
Very good. Elkin. Julian.
Hello, teacher. Present.
Jeanette.
Hello, teacher, present.
Jeanette, how are the exams?
Good, teacher. Tomorrow I finish.
Okay. Almost there. Okay. Carlos.
Present, teacher.
Awesome. Magali.
Present, teacher.
Great. Jose.
I'm here, teacher.
Awesome. Lisette.
Present, teacher.
All right. Perfect. Okay, guys. So, accept my apology. Okay? Thank you. Hi, Elkin. Okay, good. So, who's going to do it? Who's going to play the recording, my friends? Come on, guys. Let's do it. Okay. I mean, there isn't any problem of doing it. The only thing I see is that if you do it, you'll have to read the audio, yeah, maybe in your cell phone and not in the computer because you are sharing your screen. Yeah, that's the only problem. Thank you, Sylvia. Thank you for telling me. Okay. Okay, guys, come on. Show willingness. Any? Come on. We need the time. We have lots of things to do.
Teacher, I can, but I don't know what happened. The page is loading and loading.
The book?
Yeah, the book, because I don't have it open because I have the book here with me, physical.
Got it. Mm-hmm.
But I was
Okay.
trying, but it doesn't load. I don't know why.
I understand. Okay, why don't we try this? Maybe it may work because as it was just when I shared, why I play it and you see if you can listen to it. As you have the script there, I don't need to share. Yeah, let's try. It will be a good idea. If it works like that, it will be perfect. Okay, but of course, let me give the introduction very good. So, We were talking about how we show confidence, especially when we have, any kind of relationship with different people. Those are called the soft skills. Let me just type it here in the chat. Just for your information, we have soft skills and hard skills. Have you ever heard about those skills? Are you familiar with those terms, soft skills and hard skills?
Teacher, habilidades blandas y no me acuerdo la otra, habilidades fuertes o algo así.
Yeah, but what do they refer to? Yes, Natalia. So hard skills refer to all the abilities or the things or the knowledge that can be teachable, that can be learned. For example, when you take an English course, or when you take piano lessons, or when you are learning to do something. Those are the hard skills. The things that you can acquire and get because you study them, because you train them, because there is a process. Yeah, it's not necessarily just like a person teaches you, but just like a process of learning and acquire that knowledge. Those are the hard skills. For example, you guys may have some hard skills that some of us do not, according to the field of work, or the area, or what you guys study. Yeah, for example, if you are studying biology, yeah, or things like that. Those are hard skills. Soft skills refer to all the abilities we have for having relationships, the ones that are not really teachable, but more like trained in a personal way. For example, creativity, communication, listening skills, the ones related to the values. It's more about how we are, the personality. Those are the soft skills. And confidence is one of it. Yeah. I'm not saying that it's bad not to have it. No, but at some point we have to train all of those soft skills. Yeah. If we want to work on us. Yeah. Like, for example, how you can communicate your feelings and emotions. That's very healthy. And if we do not know how to do it, could be so bad for our health. Yeah. Okay, so that was just a parenthesis, a break for soft skills and hard skills. Good. Now, oh, sorry. Thank you so much, Lisette. Thank you. Okay, I will try this way so I don't have anything forced to just not use it. But you have the book. That's wonderful. Thank you, Lisette. That's a good idea. Thank you for that. Okay, so we are going to listen to a radio interview with Rosemary. Yeah, and as I told you last night, she is in charge of communication skills. Okay, so we are going to pay attention to what she says, what are the recommendations, maybe what she thinks about what we were studying last night. Yeah, the things that are a good idea or good behavior or bad behavior, like this. Yeah. And that way we are going to analyze something. Let me just give the introduction so you guys can connect the topics. We are going to see how we use relative clauses like where, why, which, yeah, who, for connecting ideas, of course, because that's their function, but in this specific context, in complex sentences with abstract nouns. Yeah, for example, people have problems communicating in situations where they are unsure of who they are talking to. Here we have where for connecting that. A lot depends on the way in which you say it, or a lot depends on the way that you say it. Yeah, so we are going to find examples like this, okay? So Lisette's going to play the audio, and where are you guys going to read? Where? Tell me.
In the slide?
Yes, in the slides. You guys have it. Okay. Lisette, thank you so much. I already let you do it, so we are ready. And of course, you guys are going to be in the slides, paying special attention to what she says so we can discuss that information, okay? Let's go. If you cannot listen the audio well while it says share it, just tell us, okay? Because we are trying to fix those problems. Okay.
Unit 5, Recording 2.
Rosemary, what are the most common situations where people have problems in communicating?
Well, probably one of the main situations where people have problems communicating is where they're unsure of who they're talking to. So, for instance, going to a party and it's a room full of strangers, people you've never ever met before. That generally for most people will prove to be a little bit of a difficult situation. I suppose the second area is where people are unsure of what they're talking about, so the content worries them for whatever reason. And the third area is where we're in a situation of speaking to an audience who we perceive are very different to us. So they are different in terms of their age, or their experience, or their status.
So that's quite general, so can we think of a specific example? Maybe that party again.
Well, let's suppose you're introduced to someone, again, a total stranger, you've never met them before, and you don't know them, you are introduced to them, and from the introduction, you gather that they're actually quite an important person, they're quite high status, they're very experienced, they're much older than you, and all of a sudden we think, my goodness, why would they possibly want to listen to me? And we feel totally lacking in confidence.
In that situation, what are the most common mistakes they're going to make?
Well, probably one of the most common mistakes would be they would want to speak too much. They'd say too much. All this information would come out of their mouths, but what they really should be doing in that situation is asking some questions to get the other person talking to them. Not too many questions, because if we ask too many questions, it sounds like an interrogation. But getting the balance right between giving some information, but also asking for information as well through questioning. Probably one of the other things they would do tied into that they wouldn't pause enough. They wouldn't stop to allow the other person to reflect on what they've said and to give them time to think about what they're going to say next and to reflect on what's been said to them. So that would be something they need to be careful of, and to always remember that when we do pause when we communicate, it will seem quite a length of time to us, but it won't to the person we're speaking to.
And what about eye contact?
Well, if we don't look at someone, they immediately think that they can't trust us or we're not telling the truth. So eye contact is very important, but we've got to make sure we get it right. If we give too much, they could perceive that we rather like them a little bit too much, or maybe we're being a little aggressive towards them. So we've got to get the eye contact about right. About 3 seconds in general is about right before we move away from the face and then come back to the eyes.
A situation I often find I have trouble with is when I need to complain about something. What sort of mistakes might I be making?
Well, I think it's very common to feel uncomfortable about making a complaint. Probably one of the most common things that people do in that situation is they're tempted to say far too much. So they become very unclear about the nature of the complaint. They're not precise enough. They may well be tempted to speak far too quickly as well, because actually we want to get to the end of the complaint because you don't particularly like complaining in the first place. We may also fall into the trap of not listening enough to what the other person has said, because actually we may be becoming emotional too, and therefore we listen less actively to what the person's saying to us. And they in turn may not listen very well to us either. So the whole complaint may become totally out of hand, and we may end up completely falling out with one another. So that's probably why complaints can be very difficult to handle.
So those are the problems you might encounter when you're complaining. How do you make a successful complaint?
Well, the first thing to do is to think and plan how you're going to voice your concerns. So don't go straight into it. You've really got to think and consider what's going to needs to be said. Make sure the sentences are short. Take out any language which could be seen as being emotional and irritating to the other party. And then wait and be prepared to get a response from the other person who you've made the complaint to, and really listen actively to what they're saying and summarise or test your understanding of what they've said to make sure you totally understand their point of view.
And when you summarise something, how do you do that effectively?
Well, if you think of summarising as being simply restating in a more compact form what the other person has said to you, so that you've included all the key things, and make sure that you've understood exactly what they're saying to you. So we're restating in a compact form what's been said to us.
How would you summarise why good communication is so important?
Because in whatever situation we're in, we always have to deal with people, and we have to communicate with people. And if we're going to get the best out of people and build relationships successfully, whether it be at work or in a social situation, we need to have good communication skills. And we mustn't think that good communication skills are something that we all naturally have. It's something that we all need to work on to make sure that we build good relationships.
Okay, boys and girls, do not get sleepy, please. Thank you so much. I know that it was very long, but I would just, I was expecting you to check out the reading so you guys could also practice the pronunciation and check, intonation and everything. Now, we are going to analyze that content. Let me show you. Thank you so much, Lisette. Okay, do you guys get the main idea of it? Did you understand these girl suggestions and recommendations? Yes? So let's go together through it and let's check out the patterns we need to analyze, yeah? Because if we listen to it another time, it will be like so long, but it's not necessary just for us to check out the words and sentences. So let me show you, and let's use that conversation for checking the patterns in which you are connecting the ideas with the relative clauses. So we're going to start with the first one. Probably one of the main situations where people have problems communicating is where they are unsure of who they are talking to. So we have lots of relative clauses, of course, but in this case, where, is the one who is connecting these two ideas, People have problems communicating, Why? Because they are unsure of who they are talking to. So this one is the one that connects those two ideas, Okay. So, for instance, go to a party and it's a room full of strangers, people you've never met before, that generally for some people will prove to be a little bit of a difficult situation. I suppose the second area is where people are unsure of what they are talking about. So this is also connecting to the same idea, that is people having problems communicated. So here we use another one, is where people are unsure of what they're talking about. So the content worries them for whatever reason. And the third area is where we are in a situation of speaking to an audience who we perceive are very different to us. So they are different in terms of their age, their experience of their status, and I think other reasons. So let's go back here. The other area is where we are in a situation, blah, blah, blah. So what are we doing? We are using these relative clauses to connect ideas. Yeah? The main idea of this first paragraph is that she's describing the possible problems people have when communicating. Yeah? And she kind of lists them. Yeah? And here is the last one. And the third area is, and then she explains it and connects it with where. Okay? So that's quite general. So why don't we, can we think of a specific example? Maybe that party again. Well, let's suppose you are introduced to someone, again, a total stranger. You've never met them before and you don't know them. You are introduced to them and you, from the introduction, you gather that, yes, that they are actually quite an important person. They've got high status. They are very experienced. They're much older than you. And all of a sudden, it's like, de repente, yeah, you think, my goodness, why would they possibly want to listen to me? And we feel totally lacking in confidence. So that's when the problem starts, yeah, when we are lack of confidence. In that situation, what are the most common mistakes they're going to make? Probably one of the most common mistakes will be they would want to speak too much. What is that? When you want to speak too much and you start doing it in a very fast way. Remember our word from last night? To gabble. Yeah?
Bravo.
They say too much. Or all this information would come out of their mouths, but what they really should be doing in that situation is asking some questions to get the other person talking to them. Not too many questions, because if we ask too many questions, it sounds like an interrogation. But getting the balance right between giving some information, but also asking for information as well through questioning. Probably one of the other things they would do tied into, como sujetado a esto, atado a esto, tied into, that they wouldn't pause enough. You know, like pause from time to time. Not a good way to behave. Okay. They wouldn't stop to allow the other person to reflect on what they've said and to give them time to think about what they're going to say next and to reflect on what's being said to them. This one is exactly to talk over someone, yeah, to interrupt them, to not wait for them to finish. Different from the one that you should have discussed in the previous block today, that is talk over. Do you remember that one? Yeah?
Yes.
Yes, teacher.
Talk over to discuss the situation because you want to share those problems or situations. Totally okay, totally right. Talk over someone, very bad, because you are interrupting. Okay, so that will be something we need to be careful of, and to always remember that when we do pause, when we communicate, it'll seem quite a length of time to us, but it won't to the person we are speaking to. And what about eye contact? Well, if we don't look at someone, they immediately think that they can't trust us or we are not telling the truth. You guys mentioned that last night, that we are not reliable. So eye contact is very important. We've got to make sure we get it right. If we give it too much, they could, sorry. I'm about to finish. Don't get sleepy, please. We could perceive that we rather like them a little bit too much, or maybe we are being a little aggressive towards them. So we've got to get the eye contact about right. Yeah, and this is what we were discussing last night. It is good, but you need to be, careful the way you do it. About 3 seconds in general is about right before we move away from the face. Then come back to the eyes. Okay, like, yeah, not all the time. Like, that would be different if you stare at them, stare is like this. Yeah, no, that would be a little bit weird. A situation I often find I have trouble with is when I need to complain about something. What sort of mistakes might I be making? Well, I think it's very common to feel uncomfortable about making a complaint. Probably one of the most common things that people do in that situation is they're tempted to say far too much. So they become very unclear, here I go again with double, about the nature of the complaint. They are not precise enough, they are not clear. And they may well be tempted to speak far too quickly as well, because actually we want to get to the end of the complaint because we don't particularly like complaining in the first place. Okay, let me just help me look for the relative clauses. That is the real purpose, okay? We may also fall into the trap of not listening enough to what the other person has said because actually we may be becoming emotional. Okay. And therefore we listen less actively to what the person's saying to us, and they in turn may not listen very well to us either. So the whole complaint may become totally out of hand, and we may end up completely falling out with one another. So that's probably why complaints can be very difficult to handle. Whose iPhone? Who's under the name of iPhone? Can you please change your name? I'm not sure who is, but okay. Who was it? Or who is under the name of iPhone?
Me, teacher, sorry.
Thank you, Jessie. Very good. Okay. Let's finish, okay? Okay, so those are the problems you might encounter when you are complaining. How do you make a successful complaint? We'll go with the suggestions. Well, the first thing to do is to think and plan how you're going to voice your concerns, like, express. That is to voice something. So don't go straight into it. Right, straight to the point. You've really got to think and consider what needs to be said. Make sure the sentences are short. Take out any language which could be seen as being emotional. Okay, here we are. One more. Any language. And here we have more information about what kind of language, yeah? Which could be seen as being emotional and irritating to the other the other party. And then wait and be prepared to get a response from the other person whom you've made the complaint to. And really listen actively to what they are saying and summarize or test your understanding of what they've said to make sure you totally understand their point of view. And when you summarize something, how do you do that effectively? Well, if you think of summarizing as being simply restating in a more compact form what the other person has said to you so that you've included all the key things and make sure that you've understood exactly what they are saying to you. So restating in a compact form what's being said to us. Restating is like when you are paraphrasing, yeah, but in a very good way. Volver a decir es. Restating. How do you summarize why good communication is so important? Because in whatever situation we are, we always have to deal with people and we have to communicate with people. And if we're going to get the best out of people and build relationships successfully, whether it be at work or in a social situation, we need to have good communication skills, and we mustn't think that good communication skills are something that we all naturally have. It's something that we all need to work on to make sure that we build good relationships. Okay, so probably in the ones that we did not find these relative clauses, you will have to put them. So what are we going to do? Let's analyze relative clauses to connect those sentences. Let's go back to the exercise of the patterns. But that was basically the whole summary of the listening, that she was telling us how she perceives problems in communication and how maybe we can avoid them. Okay, so here we are with the example and the things that we need to work on. Okay. So here. In complex sentences, an abstract noun is often followed by a relative clause, as I already told you in the examples. And here we have some other examples, and we are going to work together in this one, so I can explain, and later I will give you one exercise for practicing, okay? So we have which, why, where. You can have them different times, yeah? Many times. So let's start with the first one. Okay, Gerson, you're going to read. We are going to help you, but if you have the answer, you can say it, okay? Start with the first one, please.
Okay, Tish. There are many reasons why communication skills are important.
Yes, very good. Let me just type it. There are many reasons why communication skills are important. Actually, when we learn why we need to use why, we always say because we are getting some reasons, yeah? So we have why. Why is asking for reasons, so this is a very easy one. There are many reasons why communication skills are important. Some of them are very obvious, but some others need, like a deeper analysis. Okay, Lisette, next one, please. We have seen
several cases where people have started arguing.
yes. Okay, so where? Well, we have seen several cases where people have started arguing. Okay, good. Natalia, you continue, please.
Teacher, it's easy to reach the point where you become over emotion.
Yes, very good. It's easy to reach the point where you become over emotional. Good. Okay, Carlos, you are next. There's no reason.
Yes, teacher, there is no reason why you should feel uncomfortable.
You're right. There's no reason why you should feel uncomfortable. Very good. Andres.
Okay, teacher, we are going through a period in which communication is difficult.
Very good. If we had when, it would be a good one to use here. Yeah, we are going through a period, but not using in. We are going through a period when communication is difficult. It would be another option because we're talking, to time. But as we have in, so in which. Okay, which. Let's continue with Sylvia. My goodness, I'm tired.
Wait, teacher. The sixth, right? The sixth. No one is sure of a stand to. Wait, teacher. The stand to. I'm between why and where. Stand to.
No one is sure of the stand to which this will affect our business.
Which this will affect our business.
Yeah, talking about the stand, so which. Thank you, Sylvia. Okay, Mabel, can you please finish?
Okay, except to clear communication is the part, I'm not sure, which you summarize what the other person says.
In that case, you will need another preposition, like the part in which. like here, the extent to which. So no, in that one, it's better to say where. A key step to clear communication is the part where you summarize what the other person says. It's the part where you find the other person calming down. It's the part where, okay? So, questions about this. I think that if we had when, for example, this one is very clear to be used with when without the preposition. We're going through a period when communication is difficult. So at that moment, yeah, like at some point, that would be one that could use when without the preposition. The rest of them are clear, I guess. But of course, we need to practice in order to clarify questions. What are your questions? Maybe with more examples, we can see if we have questions. We're going to work on this one. This is the one where we're going to work on. Join the sentences using phrases from the patterns to notice box, yeah? And begin with the words in bold. You can make the necessary changes. Make other people feel important. Many experts say that charm depends on how much you do this. Many experts, because we need to start with this one, many experts say that charm depends on the extent to which you make other people feel important. You guys are going to use this. Reasons, cases, the point, no reason, a period in, the extent to, the part, okay? So we have 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Yes. So you guys are going to start with there, here with I, here with it, and so on and so forth. Yes, Silvia.
Teacher, what is the meaning in this case of extend to?
Well, in that context, when you say the extent to, it is like, for example, well, I don't know, you want me to say it in Spanish? Yeah, we can say.
No, but I don't get it. What is, wait, teacher. What is
the extent to, hasta donde lo llevas, al grado que va. Yes?
Okay.
Like, that would be to the extent to. The degree of something, when you reach a degree, when you reach a point, that is the extent. Yeah?
Okay.
In our language, it will be, en nuestro lenguaje coloquial sería hasta donde lo lleva, hasta el grado que, ¿ya? A la medida, por ejemplo, al alcance que este tiene. El alcance sería una mejor traducción, ¿ya?
Okay.
So
yes,
it
teacher,
means
thank you.
when it reaches, yeah? Because the extent of would be like very, very literal, la extensión que va, entonces como hasta dónde lo lleva, hasta el grado que va, la medida que, yeah? So that would be hasta el punto que, for example. That would be the extent
Okay,
of.
teacher, thank you.
Okay, see. More questions? Let me go back to the extent of to see if we have more examples in which we have used that one. No one is sure of the extent to this will affect. ¿Hasta qué punto nos va a afectar? Nadie está seguro hasta qué punto nos afecta. ¿En qué medida nos afecta? Bueno, nos afectará porque está en el futuro. ¿Hasta qué grado? Yeah, hasta qué grado? That would be also good. Yeah. So how far it would reach you? Yeah, how far it will affect you? That would be the extent of and the extent to. So, and here, let me see. Many experts say that charm depends on the extent to which you make other people feel important. Yeah. El carisma va hasta donde, bueno, perdón, depende hasta dónde ustedes empiecen a hacer a la persona sentir importante, porque ya se puede convertir en adulación. That would be not, being charmed, but more like flattering. That's the word, flattering, when you start saying things just to make the other person feel important, yeah, but it could be like very sexy, yeah. Entonces, sí, hasta el grado que vayas, hasta el punto que llegues, en la medida que, that would be like the same too. Okay, any other thing? We're ready for the exercise? Okay. You guys are going to work together because I would like you to discuss, because the activity for today is individually. So this is the moment for discussion, and at the end, the email is individual. So you guys are, I didn't write anything here for register your work because you are going to register the email, but you guys are on page 51 and you are going to try to connect the sentences using the ones that we already started, okay? Go ahead, I will give you some time. I will send you to our room and you will tell me when you are done, please. We are, okay, let's put this in copies like this. Carlos, are you using a second device today? Yes.
Yes, teacher, I have two devices.
So I need to send you to the same one. Okay, so maybe like this. Okay, my dear friends, let's work on it and get your questions ready for me. Okay, Carlos, be patient and I will send you to the same one. Carlos and Carlos. So Carlos will be here. Carlos, much better.
Teacher, can you send me the
Oh, sorry, Carlos, excuse me. I already sent you to the same room.
Ok, pero no me aparece en el celular la invitación.
That's so weird because I sent you to the same one, to room number 5.
Sí, pero en el celular no me...
Both of them, I already sent them to both of them. Okay, let me maybe just, I don't know how. Okay, let me just do this. I will send you to another one and then send you back to the other one. Okay, Carlos? Don't panic.
Okay.
Don't panic.
No problem, teacher.
Okay, you are already there in one, so I'm gonna send you to the wrong one and then back to the next one, okay? Done.
Okay.
You get it?
Okay. Yes, teacher.
Perfect, thank you. Yes.
So which you make other people feel important. Pero depends on the extent to. No lo encuentro, esa frase no está acá. Ah, no, sí, es de sexo.
What happened, boys and girls? No, boys, how can it help you?
Teacher, we don't understand the activity.
Okay, no problem. Let's do the first one together to see if we can understand it better, okay? What is the sentence? Julian, read the original sentence, please.
Second, nervous people.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Okay. Nervous people forget to smile. There are various reasons for this.
Okay, very simple. Actually, that's one of the simple ones because you have the word reasons there. So what are you guys going to do? You are going to connect, yeah? That, but you have to start with there because that is the bold word, yeah? So there are very reasons why nervous people forget to smile. Okay, we have two sentences. Nervous people forget to smile. There are very reasons for this. So what are we gonna do? Create just one idea. And what is the idea? That there are very reasons why nervous people forget to smile. And then maybe you can explain those reasons. Yes?
Okay, so in the first would be, I have seen many situations like this where people talk too much because they are nervous.
Because what? Okay, sorry. I have seen many situations again.
Like I have seen many situations like this where people talk too much because they are
No,
nervous.
I sería, I have seen many situations where people talk too much because they're nervous.
Exactly.
We need to cut like this because
Yeah,
that
because you are
was,
connecting
we
it.
don't need it.
Exactly. Very good. Thank you for the correction. Yes, Julian, you were partly right because that was another thing. You have to correct that. I have seen many situations where people talk too much because they are nervous. You don't need like this again. Okay? Yes?
Yes, teacher.
Because you say people talk too much because they are nervous. I have seen many situations like this. They are repeating like this is like when they are nervous. Yeah? So it's not necessary. You just connect that with where. Yeah? Is it much better or do you want to do number 4 with me?
It is quite common to come across cases.
How are we going to connect cases?
Where two people remember different things from the same conversation.
That's it. Easy.
Teacher, I have another question. You don't share with us the slides or the document to fill or to write this new sentence.
No, I didn't. I was just giving you a time for discussing it because later you guys will do another thing.
Okay. We need to do this in the book?
Yeah, like for you or maybe taking notes or yeah, in a discussion. Yeah, we are going to check it together in some minutes.
Okay, teacher.
Okay, it's much better now. Is it clear now?
Yeah, teacher.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to visit another room that they're calling me. Thank you for asking. You see, sorry, I was with another group, so that's why it took me long to come here. What's up? Tell me.
Okay. We have a little confusion.
Confusion, yes, teacher.
No problem. Let's do it together. Okay.
When
Nervous.
can use?
Sorry, again.
Sorry.
No, go.
Okay. Teacher, when we can use wish?
Okay. Did you guys already did the first one?
No.
Oh, wait, I closed my book. Okay. Sorry, I think you guys have to share because I'm okay, good. I'm not looking at it and I lost it by accident. Okay, in which cases you can use which? Can you go back to the patterns to notice and give me like a bigger zoom? Because I don't have my book. Okay, perfect. Okay, good. I don't know why I can't see. Okay. Yeah. Patterns to notice. Can you come back? Go back, go back. Scroll down. Thank you. Okay. So you have, with reasons, you use why, because you are asking for something, yeah? Reasons why, yeah? Cases where, yes? The point where. No reason, that is number 4. Why? Because reasons is why, yeah? The only one what we use there, the only ones we use there with reasons, with which were 5 and 6. A period in which and of the extent to which, yeah? So go back to the exercise. Let's do the first sentences together. Scroll up. Okay. So we have, for example, in the second one, nervous people forget to smile. We have one sentence, and now we have the other one. There are various reasons for this. There are various reasons for this. We have 2 sentences, and we need to connect those 2 sentences to make just one idea. They asked you to start with their, which is the bold word, yeah? So what are we going to say? We are going to say something like this. There are various reasons. What is the relative clause here?
Or which? Which?
Various reasons why nervous people forget to smile. Hay muchas razones por las cuales, o razones por qué, ¿sí? Por las cuales la gente olvida sonreír. Entonces, siempre que encontremos motivos o razones es ¿por qué? ¿Ya? What are the reasons why you are sad? What are the reasons why you didn't attend the class? What are the reasons why you didn't tell me the truth? What are the reasons why you didn't have breakfast? Siempre que busquemos una razón o un motivo, preguntamos el por qué. Yes?
Teacher, maybe the exercise 3. I have seen many situations like where people talk too much because they are nervous.
Yes and no, Magdalene. You are partly right. That is correct because you are connecting with where, which is perfect. That is the relative clause. But you don't need to say like this because you are repeating. You say, I have seen many situations where people talk too much because they are nervous. If you say situations like this, you are repeating. You are saying again. Yo he visto muchas situaciones donde la gente que habla mucho, donde la gente habla mucho porque se ponen nerviosos. Entonces, si vuelves a decir, yo he visto muchas situaciones como estas en la que la gente, ya sería otra cosa diferente, porque estaría repitiendo. ¿Sí? Entonces, cortamos y conectamos. Entonces, lo que hacemos es suprimir y conectar. Entonces, ya con el where, ya estoy hablando de cuál es esa situación. No necesito volver a decir situaciones como esta. Like this is not necessary. Yes?
Okay, teacher.
Okay, teacher.
I have seen many situations where people talk too much because they are nervous. That's it. A ver, hagamos la cuarta. Let's do it. A ver si les queda claro. 4.
Quite common to come across case where the people remember different things from the same conversation.
Yes. Yes, that's it. It's quite common to come across cases where 2 people remember different things from the same conversation. Easy.
Okay, teacher.
Okay, is it a little bit
No,
clear?
it's more easy.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you, teacher.
Okay, my pleasure.
Okay,
Don't
teacher.
worry. Anytime you have a question, just call me. I think I'm going to stop and maybe I will do it with all of you because maybe the other ones could be a little bit confused as well because it could be tricky. So I will finish the room works, and we are going to be together in some minutes. Okay, thank you for asking. Okay, guys, I stopped this. You guys may have not finished, no problem. Because I was discussing with some of you and I saw that you guys found the exercise tricky. So it is necessary for us to do it together and I need to explain, okay? Don't worry. I know you guys try to do your best and that's wonderful. But let's check it together because it can be more simple than it seems, okay? So I have the answers here, but the idea is that you contrast to what you did and also ask questions. We have two sentences here, two ideas referring to the same situation. Nervous people forget to smile. Yeah, one sentence. The other one, there are various reasons for this. So let's say this in another way. Nervous people forget to smile. There are various reasons, I don't want to say why, but for people to forget to smile. It's the same, yeah? Now we're going to connect that into one idea. And as we have the word reasons, remember that we said that with reasons, we use why. Because we are asking a why, yeah? Why are you sad? Tell me the reasons. Why are you confused? Give me the reasons. Why didn't you ask me? Give me the reasons why you didn't do it. Yeah, so you use why. And that way you connect the whole idea. There are various reasons why nervous people forget to smile. Yeah, So for this, it's not necessary because you are connecting it. And it's what are the reasons why nervous people forget to smile? Okay? Is it clear now? Yeah? Hay muchas razones por las cuales la gente olvida sonreír. So you are connecting. Okay? 2 sentences. Nervous people forget to smile. There are various reasons for nervous people to to forget to smile. One idea. Second one, and that is the third one, yeah. People talk too much because they are nervous. I have seen many situations like this, which is like this. When they say like this, what do they refer to? They are giving an example or they are referring to situations in which people talk too much. That is like this, yeah? It's talking about this. So how are we going to connect? People talk too much because they are nervous, yeah? Now you have to start with I. I have seen many situations, and you are not going to repeat like this because you are going to introduce what are those situations or what kind of situations you are talking about. I have seen many situations where, sorry, I cannot write on it. People talk too much because they are nervous. Yeah, so you connect those two ideas and it's not necessary for you to repeat like this. Okay? Okay, come on. Don't be quiet because you guys get me, make me feel scared if you're quiet. What's going on? What's going on in your mind? Much better? Still confused? Tell me.
No, I was confused with the last one, 7 and 8, but now I got it because I didn't understand
Okay,
it.
thank you, Sylvia. Okay, thank you. We are going to get there. Thank you. Okay, 2 people remember different things from the same conversation. It is quite common to come across cases like this. Pay attention. We have 2 people remember different things from same conversations. And on the other hand, we have cases like this. Cases like which ones? Like the ones in which 2 people remember different things from the same conversation. Yeah, okay, so we are going to connect that. It is quite common to come across, remember that to come across is to find, yeah, encontrarse, yeah, encontrar casos como esos. To come across cases, which cases? What kind of them? Where 2 people remember different things from the same conversation. So you are connecting it, yeah? So if you already mentioned what are the cases, it's not necessary to say like this. Here I go again. You delete that part. Okay? Is it clear now, boys and girls? You see that it could be a little bit easier than we expected? Okay. People dread long conversations with senior colleagues at parties. What is dread? You must be, I don't know, like looking for it in the dictionary when you were talking, right? Didn't you? When you were discussing this sentence with your classmates, didn't you discuss about the word dread? Guys, so how do you do it?
¿Como temer, teacher?
Again, Natalia?
Temer, temer.
Uh-huh. Okay. Yes, exactly. Like cower. Yeah, like when you cower, it's like, well, I'm afraid maybe they know too much or maybe they are superior or something like that. Okay, people dread long conversations with senior colleagues at parties. There are a large number of reasons for this. There are a large number of reasons why people get scared of talking to seniors. So there are like a lot of things. So now how are we going to connect that? There are a large number of reasons, and here you guys could use for, or maybe you can omit it, and that was also okay, and it makes sense if you don't do it, no problem. Why people dread long conversations with seniors, colleagues at parties. Okay? Hay muchas razones por las cuales, okay? Why? So those are like introducing the reasons. There are a large number of reasons why people read long conversations with seniors, colleagues at parties. So you are connecting the two ideas. Now, everyone can calm down after an argument. It is essential to have a time like this. Okay. So we need to start with it, because that is the bold one. It is essential to have a time where, remember that we don't have when here, but when will be a good one, you know, when, because we are talking about the time. It is essential to have a time where everyone can calm down after an argument. Everyone can calm down after an argument. It is essential to have a time like this. So here I go again. If you are mentioning it, sorry, it's not necessary to say like this again. Okay? Because with where you are connecting the two ideas. Now, how you stand or sit while you are talking is important. Maybe if you do it like this, you are showing disrespect. But if you just, you know, like hit a good posture, that would be good. People often judge you unconsciously by this, and that is honest. Maybe it could be unconsciously. It happens to my students in the classroom, in the actual room, yeah? If I see my students that are laid down like this, and maybe in, you know, in the chair, it will be like, maybe they are not paying attention, or maybe they are bored, yeah? Okay, so people often judge you unconsciously on the way you stand or sit while you are talking. What else was here? Maybe what was the other thing, or maybe what was the confusion you guys had? Because you didn't see a relative clause, that's why? Yes? Boys and girls? No? Okay, so next. How people complain is important. Many people respond negatively to this. Many people respond negatively to the way people complain. Or, sorry, to the way in which, or to the way that people complain. Yes, Julian, sorry.
Okay. For the number 7, in Spanish, we could say people, la gente usualmente te juzga inconscientemente en cómo, no sería, ¿no?
No, if you
Cómo,
want to translate to Spanish in simple words, Julian, it would be
sí,
por la forma como te sientas.
por la forma.
So that would be like not literal translation, but in our language it would be por la forma. Yes.
Okay, claro, así.
Yeah. Okay, what else? What are the other questions, boys and girls? Maybe those the last one were the tricky ones, right? I know. Any other thing? Here, when we have a slash, is because you can use both. To the way in which people complain, or to the way that people complain, like here. We have both, look. Here, when we talk about, sorry, here. This one. A lot depends on the way in which you say it. A lot depends on the way that you say it. Yes? Okay. And maybe your confusion was because on the way. Maybe that was that? No? So that's a pattern. When you use the way, you use this preposition. So that's maybe what you guys were doubting about. Yeah? On the way. And it's not literal, it's just por la forma en que tal cosa. Por la forma como lo haces, por la forma como lo dices, por la forma como actúas. Eso sería nuestra traducción. ¿Ok? And here, a lot depends on is just different, that depends on is a different topic and different thing. Okay, what else, guys? My goodness, it's kind of late for the next team, but it's okay. Any other thing? No? Maybe if you guys give me another one different from the one that I used here, it would be good for just contrast what you guys did. Any of you who wants to give us the 7 and 8? Maybe you guys found a different way. No? Okay.
Teacher,
Yes, Natalia.
can I say by the way, or it's not correct?
In which sentence?
In the 7.
Negative to the way?
Unconsciously by the way.
Okay. Okay.
No on.
That's okay? Because you judge by, yeah? Yes? Actually, it is possible. Yes, because you judge by, and you are judged by. Yes, it is okay. By the way, on the way, it's fine.
Okay.
And it's not fine here, Natalia, because on is not the preposition that goes with respond. Yeah, so it's respond to, no more. There is another preposition that goes with respond. So it wouldn't be possible here. No.
Respond is always with
to. Respond to that, respond to the email, respond to the situation, respond to the way they complain, respond to the way they act. So it wouldn't be possible here. But in the 7-1, it would be okay, just fine. Yes. What else? Boys and girls. Okay, I think we are okay with it. If you have more questions, of course, I'm open for answering and helping you, okay? While you are getting your questions, let me just tell you what is next, because we have one thing for finishing this unit. Thank God there isn't anything new. It's just more like a production thing, which is good. So there isn't any topic to study, but just to practice. Our language here, useful language for practicing, is asking people to do things. That is basically requesting. Yes, requesting something. So we have 3 emails. I'm going to read the 3 emails for you, just in case we have new vocabulary. Yeah. And then I will tell you what you guys are going to do. We have exact the time for it. So who can help me read the first one? And of course, I will help you with the new vocabulary you need. Okay. Hi, Nat. Who's first? There are some blank spaces, the ones that we need to complete, but do not worry. Okay, come on, guys. Thank you.
Me, teacher?
Natalia for... Oh, okay. Yes, Cecil? Carlos?
Okay, go ahead, Carlos.
Okay, we have Natalia, Yesid, and Carlos. So Natalia is A, Yesid is B, and Carlos is C. Perfect. Let's go.
Okay, teacher. Hi, Nat. Hope you and Lilian are well. We've got some guests coming to stay. Roberto's sisters-in-law and her 3 children, and we just don't have enough bedding. Some sheets, pillows, and duvets, and blow-up matters if you have one. Pitch them up whenever suits. Could you let me know because they're arriving on Thursday? Cheers, Ella.
Very good, Natalia. So new vocabulary, boys and girls. Here, bedding. Yes, I guess you guys are asking about, what is it, bedding? We just don't have enough bedding. Bedding is the general word we use for referring to the things we need for sleeping, like pillows, blankets, the sheets. Yes? The things we need to set up our bed and make our bed. How would you say this in Spanish, Betty? Does it exist to say la ropa de cama? Yeah, basically like that. Let me see. Duvet, Carlos, el edredón, la colcha, la sobrecama, ¿cómo le llaman ustedes? Yeah, that is the one that covers the bed and is like beautiful, yeah, because it's more like decoration. And the blanket is the one that we use for sleeping, the one that we use for covering us, for keeping us warm. But duvet is more like the one that we have at the end. It depends. In Colombia, we have different words for it, depending on what you guys use. En mi familia utilizan el cubrelecho. I don't know how you guys say it. Yeah? But I have heard edredón. That is so sophisticated for me. I have seen it in just like publicity or something like that. That is the duvet. What else? Mattress. The one you put on the bed for sleeping. So it's basically that object. Yes? And the one that Natalia is saying in the chat, that is sheets, are the ones that cover the mattress. Yeah, they cover the mattress, sheets, las sábanas, mattress, el colchón. Yes? Okay, what else? Everything related to the bed. Pick them up whenever suits. What's that, boys and girls? Anytime works for you. Anytime you can. Yeah, if it suits you, it's because it's good for you. It's cuando puedas, in that context, sorry. And I think that's okay. Yeah? Okay, Jessie, are you ready for the next one, please?
Okay, teacher.
Okay, go ahead, please.
They're all. Send the living card for Anthony. His last day is Friday and will be having case around his death at 4 o'clock. Also, could I remind you to contribute to his living present? The collection envelope is on Ruth's desk and she'll be putting a present on Thursday. Lastly, could you let me know if you'll be coming for a celebratory dinner after work on Friday?
Thank you, Jessie. Okay, near vocabulary, boys and girls. Okay, let me just underline the ones that we check and that we, okay, discuss. Oh, but we forgot to just add the characteristics to this mattress that is blow up. What is a blow up mattress? Colchón inflable. Blow up. Yeah, to do that. Okay, sorry about this kind of. Okay, so in the first one we have all the bed. The bed, the mattress, the sheets that cover the mattress, the pillows where you put your head on, the duvet for decorating the bed, and a blanket that maybe would be like duvet here to cover you. Envelope. Okay, envelope, Natalia. We're here. Where is it? Envelope. I don't know where is it, but envelope is the thing when you put something inside. And sorry, where is it? I found lastly that is the one that Mabel asked for. I don't see the envelope. Case and desk for K, remind you to contribute to this present collection. Okay, here. The collection envelope. So they are collecting money, I guess, for the living present, and they are putting in the envelope, in el sobre. And living present is a gift that you usually give to a person when they are buying, they are saying bye, so it's like a faraway party, una despedida. And a celebratory drink is like something you have for, like toasting, when you say cheers, para brindar. Okay, good. And we finish with Carlos. Go ahead.
Yes. Dear Mr. Then take. Friend of mine gave me your email address. My name is Ashaday, and I'm currently doing a degree in marketing and communication at the University of Fordham. I'm looking for people such as yourself who are high experienced in the field of PR to help me in my research. I realize that you are very busy, but I will be very grateful if you will agree to complete a short email questionnaire for me. It should take no more than 15 minutes, and all answers are completely anonymous. Please let me know at the earliest opportunity. In regards, Ashley.
Very good, Carlos. Okay, my dear friends, questions. A friend of mine gave me your email address. Okay, I think that's it. PR, remember that we studied that one? Field, where is field? Okay, PR, public relations expert, you know that person because I think they mentioned it. Where is it? The one that Natalia asked, that is field. Oh, sorry, Maverick, that I did not ask you about lastly. I didn't answer. Lastly is finally, at the end. You can use it, you know, for finishing something or for finishing when you are listing something, yeah? Lastly, could you let me, okay, finalmente tal cosa. Y por último, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's lastly. And field, I'm not sure what is it. Can you help me, please? I feel so tired, like my eyes are like, oof. Help me, guys. Get what is field to check the context. Okay, good. I'm looking for people such as yourself who are highly experienced in the field of. In the field of is the area. Yeah. If you are experienced in that one, is because you know about it. That is the field. It's like campo de la una especialización en un lado de la carrera. Thank you, Silvia. Yes. So you say in the field of mathematics, in the field of personal image, in the field of publicity, in the field of languages. En ese campo, en esa área de conocimiento. Okay? That is the field. In this context, because field can be another thing. What else? Any other thing? Okay. So, let's do something. We are, okay, we have two options. I guess we can do, no, I think we are going to leave the writing part for later, maybe tomorrow or other day when we have time. And yeah, because it could be just for a general theme, but maybe I will spend the time analyzing this with you. I don't want us to rush. So let's do this. Let's look for the best options to complete these spaces or blanks together. Yeah, so let's do it. Let's take the time. You guys are not going to write today, but maybe later. Here we are. I just wanted to ask you a quick favor. I'm writing to request your help. Could you help me out? So we are going to look for the best way to complete these emails, okay? So let's do it together. Here we have 10 options, no, 10 spaces with 3 options. So let's check out which one will be the best one. Let's go. Hi, Nat. Hope you and Liliana are well. We've got some guests coming to stay, so here we are. I just wanted to ask you a quick favor. I am writing to request your help. Could you help me out? Which one is the best one for this space? Guys, I'm sorry, I'm going to put the video off, so I'm feeling very tired, okay? Sorry about it. So, help me.
The thing is, I'm writing.
We can have more than one option. Sorry, who was talking?
B.
Andres. Thank you, Andres. So, which one did you say?
B, teacher.
B. I'm writing to request your help. Hi, Nat. I hope you, okay. Thank you, Andres, for your answer. Before that, maybe we can do something that will help us get the closest one, because a lot of you said B. Why, if we first state what is the relationship of these two people? And that way we can say, if we use a very formal request or not so formal, yeah, because it also changes the way we communicate things. Yeah, so first, let's try to guess. What is the relationship between Nat and Ella? Because you guys chose the most formal. I'm writing to request your help, you know, and maybe we change
Teacher,
our mind.
I have a question about the help out.
Yes.
Help out, what is the meaning of help out?
Actually, help out is just help, but it's very informal because it's a phrasal verb, you know, so it's like very colloquial. So you could say that to your friend. For example, hey, help me out with this. You know, you will not say like that to your boss, like, hey, help me out with this. No, it's like, wait a second, because you are talking to another person in authority, maybe with your friends. Yeah, but it doesn't change the meaning. It's just all out a phrasal verb, colloquial. Ayudar, that's it. So, what is the relationship between Nat and Ella? Do you think they have a good relationship? Do they know each other? Do you usually request for betting for to any person? Your teacher, for example, your boss? What do you think?
I think they are friends.
Friends, right? They are friends. So they are friends. That's the first thing we are going to base our decision on. If they are friends, I wouldn't say I'm writing to request your help, but I will say I just wanted to ask you a quick favor. Could you help me out? Because they're friends, so they can use that colloquial language. Yeah. So A or C, both are right. So let's cross out B. Is it clear, guys? Is clear what we are doing? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, because we are going to do this, but the task that we have for writing, maybe later I will ask you to do it. For me, it's better for you to understand this than doing it without any guidance. Yeah, so for me, it's okay to just check out and have it very clear, and later we can just write the email as another exercise. No problem. We will be very grateful if you would lend us. Would you mind lending us? Could we possibly borrow? Okay, let's go. That is for the second. Oh, okay. Some sheets, pillows, and duvets, and a blow-up mattress if you have one. So look, what are the kind of things you are asking your friend for? And now check how will you ask them. We will be very grateful if you would lend us. Would you mind lending us? Could we possibly borrow? Okay, we are going to accept 2, cross 1, because, yeah, maybe 1 is too formal. So, which one, guys?
B, teacher.
Yes, it, B.
B, yes.
Would you, yes. Yeah, would you mind lending us? Yeah, for sure. And the other one?
C.
C. Could we possibly borrow? Yes. Very good. So we are not going to say, we will be very grateful if you lend us. Well, I'm not saying that this is wrong. No, I'm saying that it's too formal for talking to a friend. Yeah, so don't take me wrong. I'm not saying that this is not correct. I'm just saying that it's too formal, so maybe this and this are better ways to communicate, okay, in this context. So,
Teacher, I have another question.
Yes, it's okay.
Lend and borrow. Lend is when you, like, cuando pides prestado, ¿no? Entonces, sí, digamos,
No,
borrow is like,
no, Silvia, the opposite. Sorry. Lend is you give that thing away. Borrow is you're asking it. Yeah, like for example, lend, the action falls. No, the action is on you. So you say, I lend you my pen. So I let you use it. Te lo presto. Yeah. And borrow You are taking it. Can I borrow your pen? ¿Puedo tomar prestado tu lapicero? Okay. So lend, prestar, borrow, pedir prestado. Okay. So would you mind lending us? ¿Te importaría prestarnos el colchón inflable, la sábana, la almohada, todo? Yes? Okay. Is it clear now?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, perfect. Now, third. Pick them up whenever suits. Okay, there. Let's go. I can. I'm happy to. I would, of course, be willing to. So, which one? I can pick them up whenever suits. I'm happy to. Which one? Sorry.
A. I can.
A is okay. Very easy, very informal. Okay. I can pick them up whenever suits. It means that I am available for doing it. Puedo recogerlas en cualquier momento. En este caso, suits es cuando la persona puede, ¿ya? Cuando diga. I'm happy to. Yes, because if the person says yes, that's okay. I would, of course, be willing to. Tendría la voluntad de recogerlas cuando tú digas. So formal, isn't it? So formal for a friend,
Yes.
for a friend conversation, yeah? Okay, so we are going to cross out this one. Okay. Let's continue. Could you let me know ASAP because they are arriving on Thursday? As soon as possible because they are arriving on Thursday. What is the other option? Because we can't see.
Teacher, I think A. ASAP is as soon as possible, right? But in not
And
sure.
it's very informal, exactly. So A is okay. What else?
Or B?
B, as soon as possible. Yeah. C, at the earliest opportunity. No, too formal. Yeah, maybe too formal in a formal email. Yes, very good, Lisette, thank you. So we are going to cross C. At the earliest opportunity, no. But be attentive of this language because of course you will need them for formal emails. Here because we are talking with friends, yeah? But in another context, it would be useful for talking to, I don't know, your boss or any other person that is not your friend. Okay, let's continue with B. Dear all, sign the leaving card for Anthony. Okay, let's first check out what is the relationship. That way we have a better understanding. What is the relationship between these people?
Colleague?
They are colleagues. They work in the same place, right? Office manager. Yeah, they work in the same place. Okay, so now we have an idea. 5, you must sign. Could I remind you to sign? Could everyone please remember to sign? If you say, you must sign the leaving card for Anthony, and you are having or creating or running a party, is it an obligation? You must sounds very direct. I wouldn't say that, like you must sign the leaving card for Anthony. Why if you don't want to participate? Why if you don't want to contribute? So, do you think you must is a good way to say it?
Not sure.
No, right?
No, teacher.
It's not good.
Okay, teacher.
Yes. Could I remind you to? Could everyone please remember to? Yeah. And it's not a good way to start the message either. 6. We cannot see. Sorry. Here. 6. His last day. Okay. As you know, as you are no doubt aware, as you can see. So which one?
A.
A. Is good. As you know, as you are no doubt aware, is also good because it's kind of formal, but is real, yeah? Como no hay duda de ello. Yeah, that's okay. As you can see, why is not appropriate? See. Give me a reason why. Because there isn't anything to see. As you can see, what? What can we see? As you can see, his last day is Friday. As you can see, his last day is Friday and we'll be having case around his desk at 4 o'clock. As you can see, it's not appropriate. As you know, as you are no doubt aware, it's like you have been informed or you have been told, ya les dijeron, ya saben, son conscientes de ello, yeah? But as you can see, no, as you can see what? Okay. Let's finish with 7. The same one, yeah. Also, oh my God, we can't see. If you haven't already done so, where is it? Wait a second. Also, could I remind you to contribute to this living present? Okay. Also, if you haven't already done so, for the last time, at the risk of repeating myself, which one? For 7, guys. That's interesting because the context is an office, those are your colleagues, you are planning a party, but maybe parties are not an obligation, but you want to be very, how can I say, like persuade, you want to persuade, yeah? So, sí, Elkin says sí. At the risk of repeating myself, yeah, actually it's respectful because you don't want to sound very repetitive, you know, like, de pronto estoy repitiendo mucho, lo vuelvo a decir, ¿sí? At the risk of repeating myself, that's good, yes. Another one?
Maybe A, teacher?
A, if you haven't already done so, yes, very good. Si de pronto no lo has hecho, pues, sorry. Okay, to finish, wait a second. Yes, very good. But if you say, for the last time, it sounds rude. You wouldn't say something like that. It sounds rude. It would be like, what if I don't want to pay and contribute? Yeah? Very good, guys. You are doing a good job. Okay, let's finish this. Lastly, could you let me know if you'll be coming for a celebratory drink after work on Friday? Cheers. Many thanks. Kind regards. Remember, you are colleagues. You're talking, this is the office manager. So you don't want to sound very informal.
Cheers.
Cheers is the one that sounds more informal.
C, teacher.
B or C?
So many thanks, kind regards are correct. Well, I'm not saying that cheers is not correct, but it's not very formal for the context. Office manager saying cheers, no. Cheers like for example to your friends, yeah? Okay, so many thanks, kind regards, best regards. That's also formal. Okay, guys, sorry for taking 2 minutes, but I want to finish this, okay? Sorry. I know that it's time for finishing, but let's finish just this two. Dear Mrs. Bentek, let's go. And kind regards, Arshade. A friend of mine gave me your email address. What is the relationship of these two? Which one? Maybe the relationship. So we have a better idea if we want to sound formal or no. I think
strangers.
They are strangers because the person is writing to a public relation expert. Yeah, and she's trying to look for, I don't know, any kind of help. So she has never met this person. Okay, so you don't want to sound very informal, right? So let's do it. 9. Dear Mr. Benke, I would like you to help me because please excuse this unsolicited email, but I hope you don't mind me getting in touch with you, but
D, teacher.
Sylvia says D. Okay, here we are. Please, yeah, yes.
Or C?
Yes. Or C. I hope you don't mind me getting in touch. I would like you to help me because, yes, you are right, because A will be very informal. I would like you to help me not because I don't know you, yeah? So if I don't know you and you write me something like that, it will be informal. Okay, and the last one. It should take no more than 15 minutes and all answers are completely anonymous. Please let me know at the earliest opportunity. You see that is useful? Let me know at the earliest opportunity. Let me know what. If you are up for it. If you are willing to take part. If you can help. So,
B.
yes,
B.
if you are willing to take part. Si tienes la voluntad de hacerlo, si quieres hacerlo, no es una obligación. Ajá. And the other one?
C.
See if you can help. Yes, if you say you are up for it, it is so informal. It's like, for example, you say, who's going to the party? I'm in. I'm up for it. Yeah, it's very informal. Okay, my dear friends, thank you so much for your time. Thank you, thank you. And just to let you know, let me tell you something. The activity for today was to write an email. And it's very useful because in the exams, you usually have to do it, right? So as soon as we have time and the chance, I will ask you to do it because we already have the activity prepared, yeah? Anytime could be okay. And that's it. This is the end of this unit. Thank you so much for your hard work. I will see you tomorrow. Have a good night, guys.
Thank you, teacher. Bye.
Thank you,
Thank
teacher.
you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Take care.